Hi, in this video, we're going to talk about annotated bibliographies. You might be wondering why you should do an annotated bibliography or why your teacher is asking you to do an annotated bibliography. I can think of about four things I can think of. I can think of about four reasons why you should do an annotated bibliography. First, it helps you organize your information. Second, it helps you evaluate and critically think about why it is that you're using that source and if it truly is a credible source on your topic. Third, I think it helps inform and third, I think it helps you understand and inform yourself before you go on to the next step in your project. You're ready to go because your information is organized and you've determined that it's credible. And lastly, it helps remind you to cite your sources. So let's take a look at what an annotated bibliography might look like. This is an example from a National History Day project about the Triangle Shirtwaist Factory. And in this assignment, they actually had to separate primary sources from secondary sources, and then within the primary sources, different types of sources. So newspapers, images, maps, etc. You may or may not have to do that level of detail, but we're going to take a look for some key things we're going to notice. First of all, you'll notice that it's formatted in a very specific way. The first line of every annotation is justified all the way to the left, and all the lines underneath it are indented a little bit. You'll want to make sure that yours looks like that too. Second, you'll notice that the annotated bibliography, just like a works cited page, is in alphabetical order by the first letter of each citation. So the first citation starts with a C for the author's last name, Chapin. The second citation starts with an F from our own correspondent. You can usually copy and paste this from a database that you get, so you don't have to worry so specifically about the formatting of it. Next, you'll notice that there's a paragraph after each citation. In the paragraph, it talks about a brief summary of what it was that source was about. And the other thing that is very specific to an annotated bibliography is you want to tell your reader why this source was important to you. So for example, in the first source, the account by Chapin combined with the illustrations provided us with a vivid image of the desperation of the people as they tried to escape the fire. We see the crowds of people running with their belongings on their backs while others stand there and watch the flames engulf buildings. So it's some kind of personal connection between the source that you're looking at and what you want to do with that. So again, I'm just going to skim through the annotated bibliography so you can see how it continues to stay organized through the rest of the assignment. It's all in alphabetical order. And again, like I mentioned before, this one separates, but I think a lot of times we're just looking at one thing. So for example, just looking at newspaper articles, or your teacher isn't asking you to separate by type of source. So that's an annotated bibliography, and again, super helpful in helping us organize, understand the sources we're using, evaluate our sources, and reminding us to credit our sources using a works cited page. And that's it.